Hello everybody, getting ready to do lesson 6.4 part 2 for pre-algebra math. Part 2 is what we're doing right now. Introduction to similar and congruent figures. We have a 38-point skill sheet for classwork, and we have 2 points here of notebook. And teachers, today's bell work is to solve the proportion. And then last week you saved 24 bucks. At this rate, how many weeks? This is weeks over here. Will it take you to save $600? Students, this is your bell work today. Give your students 5 minutes, then come back. Okay, welcome back for your solutions here. And then up here to solving this proportion, you cross multiply here. 90 times 12 equals y times 27, and then you just solve for y equals 40 there. And then for your number 2 here, you start another proportion. 24 over 1 equals 600 over x, the number of weeks for the dollars saved. You solve for x here, and you get x equals 25 for number 2. Use a proportion to solve this problem here. 25 weeks to save $600. Into our lesson today, investigating similar figures. We have a goal and material. So the goal, investigating corresponding sides and angles of similar figures. What do we need? We need graph paper, a metric ruler, and a protractor. Two figures are similar. They have the same shape but not necessarily the same size. For example, when a figure is enlarged, the enlarged figure is similar to the original figure. It's similar to the original. So here's our graph paper here, and our situation here would be compare corresponding parts of a figure and its enlargement. So draw a triangle ABC so that angle A equals 90 degrees. Here's angle A here. And then here's point B up here. AB equals 1.5, so this is 1.5 here. And AC equals 2 centimeters out here. Find BC, so we need to find this dimension here. To the nearest point, 1 centimeter. So draw triangle DEF. So that's your first task, students, is to find the length of this. You can do it algebraically, or you can do it using your ruler. And then number 2, draw DEF. Here's DEF on your graph paper, so that the measure of angle D here is a 90. So 90. So DE equals 2 times AB. So DE equals 2 times AB. Remember AB on the previous triangle. And DF is 2 times AC. Find the side lengths of DEF. So we know DE, we know DF. So we should be able to find EF here. Use a protractor to find the measures of the angles of both triangles to the nearest degree. So go ahead and do that. Find your measures of this angle and this angle. We know this angle here. And then this will be the way that you use a protractor here. For example, you stick your hole in your protractor over this vertex here, and then this angle up here will measure out it looks like just under 40 degrees. Looks like about 38 degrees or something. That'd be an example of how you would find your angle measurements here. Do that as an exercise. Complete the tables now. We have tables for the work that we have just done. So you have a table here to complete. For each pair of corresponding sides, find the ratio of the length of the side ABC to DEF. So you need to find ratios here, corresponding sides. So here's where you fill that in here. So for BC, you need to fill that in, and for the second triangle, fill in that. Then the angle measurements here, fill in that from using your protractor. And then for DEF as well. Find the ratio of length of side ABC to the length of DEF. Do you know anything about these ratios? What do you notice about the measures of the corresponding angles? So these are questions here that you would be able to answer once you fill in this table. And yeah, there are question marks at this point, but you're going to find that out during this exercise. And then we go into use your answers, exercises 2 and 3, to write 2 conjectures about similar figures. Now is your time to write a little report, 2 of them, on what similarity means and what your experiences was with triangle ABC and DEF. And this is an 8-point exercise here. All right, and that was lesson 6.4 part 2. And I think part 3 is available here. There is a part 3. And there is tasks, quizzes, worksheets, etc. at this email. Thank you.